Hello gorgeous people who love to scrap, it's Val from Australia. Today I have to share with you all the completed vintage mini album as well as the matching chest that I have altered recently. I do apologise, it's been a while since I've completed this mini and I haven't uploaded at all, but I've managed to take some time and share with you all the completed chest as well as the mini album. So we'll start off with the chest that I have altered previously and shown you guys how I altered parts of this particular chest. That's just the back. It will be up against a wall, so I left it plain, but if you wanted to see the steps that how I went to achieve this sort of look, you can go through my previous vids and you'll be able to see the original color, which is just normal pine, and how I achieved this particular look and how I come about to Mod Podging it and, you know, finishing the way that it has. In the previous vids that I have shown, I've just adhered all the paper and then Mod Podge the whole thing, so it's all really nice and sturdy and durable, and I haven't put any embellishments on it whatsoever. So because I wanted to keep it functional as well as pretty, I've kept the embellishments to a minimal. I didn't want it to make it too fancy, so on numerous sections I've just added a couple of iron roses here and there, skeleton leaves and a bit of feathers like on here, just some skeleton leaves there, some normal green leaves, feathers, iron rose there, which I sprayed with the Lindy Stamp Gang Cocklebell's coral colour, and it's just absolutely gorgeous. It actually matches the paper really well. And it's just another little miniature rose that I have just went over with the vintage photo distressing ink there, just to give it a bit of a highlight there. That's that particular side. And towards the front here, I've just added a dark brown or coffee coloured iron roses curly rose there, with some brown leaves here and some skeleton leaves that I have folded at the back here. A gorgeous cameo setting there and a little black rose cabochon there. A miniature cherry blossom down here and just some Prima bling there. That's on that side. And then towards this particular side, just to accent this particular corner here, I've added a black iron roses rose, and I've sprayed it with the Gossamer Gold Glimmer Mist. And down here is just a cherry blossom, which I have sprayed with the Cocklebell's coral again, and just some black iron roses skeleton leaves there. So that is the box. I kept it to a minimum because I didn't want it, you know, to embellish it too much. And on top of the box here, I have just added this gorgeous lace trim. The Venice lace trim is actually quite wide, around about 6 centimeters there. And actually, because it's really long, I hung it over towards this side here just to accent this particular corner here also. And I sprayed that with my homemade glimmer mist using Vintage Photos and Elim Gold Perfect Pearls on that one there. And just added these large metal book corners here, which I've purchased off eBay also. And it highlighted the dark colours here onto here. And it actually looks really good, and that's on all 4 corners. I didn't do any embellishment on top here because the paper is just absolutely gorgeous, and the mini album, which I will be showing you shortly, will be sitting on top here. I eventually made it to fit under here, but you know, my mini albums are usually pretty bulky, and this particular mini album I have made for myself, so I made it quite chunky because I wanted to have a lot of room in it for me to store all my photos and bits and pieces. So at the moment in the drawers, I've just kept some little lovely appliques in there, and all the drawers are little drawers are painted as well as Mod Podge, so it's all well protected. And that's the little one there, and that's the large one. I haven't popped anything in there at the moment, so that's just how it is. And that's my chest. Up next, I will be showing you the mini album that I have completed, and that's the mini album there. And as you can see together, it's just absolutely gorgeous. I'm really super happy with how the mini album has turned out, and I've put a lot of effort and a lot of work into this particular album, and kept the colors very vintage, and it matches the paper collection really well. So this particular die cut chipboard I actually purchased from my local craft store as is, and it's actually quite a really good decent size. It's probably around about your 8x8, probably 8x6 maybe, no, probably larger, equivalent to probably about 8x8 inches, but I'm not sure exactly what the measurements are. I haven't measured it, but it is quite a reasonably large size. And on the binding here, I've just used two really humongous big rings that I found at my local news agency or bookstore there for the binding, and I've just tied some gorgeous gold ribbon here and some satin ribbon with some gold trims on the edge on some of the parts here. And this particular charm I've made myself. Like I've popped everything together. I purchased a lot of these from the thrift stores. Like this particular one was from my local thrift store. I purchased that for $2. And then all these little beads and stuff was from my Diva sale. I didn't include this in the Diva sale because I've taken it apart already, and it has lots and lots of these little gorgeous beads and baubles, and the color here really matched the paper collection really well. So these particular tassels I have made, these are actually a fringing, like an upholstery fringing, and I've just used a chain in the middle and then just hot glued this around the chain, and it adhered really well, and that just acts, you know, just accents this charm here really well, and it looks really full. You can actually take it off if you don't like it just by, you know, unlooping it there. So that's the charm. And on the particular cover here, I have just made a slit here, adhere some black lace towards the back here, and then roll this particular part. The back cover as well as the front cover here, I've Mod Podged it all down, so it's really well protected, and it made this really sturdy, so you know it's not gonna go anywhere at all or unwind back. And then once I finish Mod Podging that particular part, I adhere this really lovely doily, this particular doily, onto here as well as the back of the doily. So one half went here at the back here, and the other half went towards the back of the mini album here, as you can see there, and it's just super gorgeous. And it's called the pineapple doily, I think that is. I love my doilies, and I try to incorporate them in my work all the time. As you know, if you've been familiar with my mini albums, they throughout all my mini albums I have, you know, somehow incorporated doilies, bits and pieces here and there. I've just used a ornate plate here by Tim Holtz and a little Adosh ticket that says story. So it would be like, you know, how just telling a story of how, you know, my kids have grown up and how my family has, you know, grown to be what it is today. And here I've just rolled a gold ribbon rose, which is absolutely gorgeous. I really love how that's turned out, and actually looks quite good. And then a little curly rose here that I've again sprayed with the Cocklebell's Coral Glimmer Mist, not Glimmer Mist, by Lindy's there, and just slightly sprayed a little bit there. I sprayed more on that particular one, and this one I just, you know, slightly sprayed from a distance. And a little cherry blossom down here. And way down the bottom here is just a little metal funding flower, and just some semi-open roses from Home Roses, and some black skeleton leaves here, as well as some green skeleton leaves there. So that is my front cover. And the binding, not the binding, the closure is just a ribbon tie here. Just have to try and do this with one hand. Okay. I'll pop that down here so it's easier for me to open for you so it doesn't fall off. As I mentioned, I try to make it as much room as I can because I wanted to put in, you know, lots and lots of pictures. So I've made lots of little like mini booklets throughout this mini album. So on the first page here, I've just used some trims that I bought from SA Crafters. They're very similar to the frog feathers trims that you all know, but it's just absolutely gorgeous, and I've just sprayed it with the homemade spray there also, using Vintage Photo and Ellen Gold Perfect Pearls, and some gold pearls that I've just added to the center. And that's just a little mini booklet that, you know, you can pop a picture there also. And then a little mini booklet, I've just used some black lace and some iron roses gardenias there, sprayed it with the Gossamer Gold spray there, and it's just absolutely gorgeous. Some skeleton leaves and little cherry blossom, and some book corners that I purchased from eBay also. Just opens like that and has a tag, room for photos here and here. Just tied a ribbon, added a little charm there, and room for photos there and here, and you can actually slide something underneath here also. So that's that little mini album, and at the back here I've just stamped the Vintage Ladies stamp there. So just a little mini within a mini, and each envelope, this is actually made out of envelopes, so each little side here has a pocket also for you to slide photos in. So that's that part there. And on this particular side of the mini album, I have just made 2 pockets, scrunch up some paper from the Mariposa paper collection and sprayed it with the the Gossamer Gold spray by Lindy Stamp Gang. And I went over, once I crunched it up, I went over with the Vintage Photo Distress ink, and then I sprayed it with the Gossamer Gold spray by Lindy's. Just made 2 little tags here also, room for journaling, and again I've scrunched it up and then just opened it out again and just stuck the pictures from the designer paper there also, and the same with this one here. Just room for journaling there. Added a lovely fringe in there, and one of my homemade flowers here, using some Venice lace, some iron roses, skeleton leaves at the back, feathers, and more green iron roses leaves there. Then we come to this particular page. I was inspired by another fellow YouTube. I think her channel is Just a Few Designs, and her name is Elsa. So thanks, Elsa, for your inspiration. And I will popping down in the description below Elsa's link also, so you can pop over to her channel and view where I got my inspiration from. I modified it a little bit to add more pockets, but it's very similar to her. So if I do run out of room, run out of time, people, I will probably do a part 2 also, because I still have a few pages to go. So on the front here, I've just made a little pocket here and a little tag that pops out, and I've made another pocket in here also, and that slides out. You can put in a nice big photo here, and your photo can actually tuck behind here also. And then at the back here, just room for journaling there. And at the really far back here, a large photo mat that slides out also, and then room for journaling or more photos if you want. And then this particular little, as you call it, an envelope also, I would say, because it holds a lot of pictures, also folds down like that for a little picture there. It folds out, more pictures there also, and it folds up like that. So room for picture there and room for picture there. So lots and lots of room for photos. So that's that particular side there. And just add some Venice lace down here and up here also. On this particular side, I have just made a gorgeous little large photo mat there with a little pocket on top here. And just 2 more of my homemade flowers up here and down here. Oh, not down here, sorry, just up here. And that's just a little mini fold out page that opens out like that. Room for photos here and here. And then just opens another room for photo there. Absolutely gorgeous. And down here I have tied a gorgeous bow here. This particular ribbon's actually a different colour, more like a light pink, and I didn't really like the colour because I wanted to match the roses here as close as I could. So I actually sprayed it with the Cocklebell's Coral colour also, by the Mermaid Seashells sprays by Lindy Stamp Gang, and added a little cameo pearl button there. Sprayed that with the same colour, and just some skeleton leaves at the back here and iron roses leaves, and just a spray there. And I will be right back with part 2. Thanks for watching, people.